One of the things men are famous for is not getting involved in Christmas shopping for the family. Number two, leaving it to the last minute.
All right, I'm gonna bounce an idea off your guest here. I want to start being more fun and stop being so predictable.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not gonna get in detail. I'll try to keep this short as possible. We're talking about a lot about Christmas gifts. We got everything bought for the kids, and I'm mentioning I'm gonna get her some stuff. She got some stuff on the Amazon list. It's all practical stuff, knife sets and things like that. And she mentioned to us, she's like, "Oh, it's all practical stuff. It's nothing fun though." So I'm thinking, okay. Her favorite game right now is Final Fantasy. I don't know if you ever heard of it. They're coming out with a sequel in February, a brand new game getting released. Well, after talking to Pete and Dennis, I got some ideas. I'm ordering 3 treasure chests, like Final Fantasy style treasure chests, and they're all going to have a treasure in there. And I'm going to make a game out of it Christmas morning after the kids open their presents. When it's time to get her present, I'm going to make like a game, like she's going to have to battle one of the kids with like a foam sword I get at the dollar store, a couple foam swords, and her reward will be one of the treasure chests, and she'll open it up and it'll be like one of the gifts I have in there. And then there'll be like another little storyline to get to the next chest, and then have to battle a next kid to get to the next chest. I thought it'd make it fun, it made it exciting, and every time she retrieves the gift, she's gonna remember how I was creative and how I got the kids involved. I was kind of wondering what you thought about that.
Well, I thought it was all wonderful until the last sentence. You started to worry about you started to worry about, what she thought of you, right? And
Okay.
So it's important to understand, guys. Of course, you're
I
always
see Pete laughing at me.
Well, I think Greg and Pete were the first ones to catch it with me. There's like,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
it's not
No.
bad. I want you to think about it like this, though, guys. We're always going to wonder if we get a reaction. You know that picture of the dogs.
That's
there
what
that
I
got
want to
Catherine?
do, though. That's the
I
thing.
wanted her to
Yeah.
be happy. Obviously, it's called game-changing gift giving for a reason. Okay,
Yeah.
but it's not about what she thinks of you. It's about the joy you're trying to deliver to her, right? So I loved everything you said, because I don't know. I never played any of these kinds of dungeons, fantasies, or whatever, but. I can imagine if there's treasure chests, it's going to be an awesome, exciting thing. Knowing what I know about your wife and your family, bringing the energy that you've always done with this sort of style is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I think it's great.
Yeah.
So I think maybe you needed to hear it from me that it was okay, which would also still be your nice guy, okay? Because you got a great insight from the Lords, and then you wanted to double check it. Overall, I think it's wonderful, but I want you to check that nice guy side, okay?
Okay.
Is that cool?
But I am enjoying and having fun planning and putting this together and getting the kids involved. So whether I need to take her reaction out of the aspect and just be like, this is what I want to do. This is what I like doing for her.
That part is true, except for you don't have to take her reaction out of it. It's just her thought of you needs to be removed. I am always I knew Catherine would bawl her eyes out for the pictures of the dogs, and I had it planned for years, waiting for the last little one to pass, right? And so, when you think about game-changing gift giving, you're trying to make that impact. It's so that you can bring her that joy, right? Or so that you affirm essentially that you, for yourself, not for her, but you're paying attention to your wife, your lover, you're prioritizing her. All these things are for you, right? And it's just like your lover's list, okay? But don't tie it to, is she going to approve of it, right? It either brings her joy or it doesn't, man. Which is why Catherine's always made that joke on that reel that was like, don't buy her a fucking vacuum unless she wants a vacuum. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really worth it. So practical gifts are cool. Sure, we all do it because there's budgets sometimes. But game-changing gift giving doesn't have to even be expensive. It just has to be thoughtful, right? And especially if you're combining multiple things like what you're doing right now. That's game-changing gift giving. So... that's my only caution, is just making sure that you don't need approval from me and you don't need approval from your wife. Okay?
Okay.
Cool?
All right.
It's okay to know that you're checking with me to make sure it's good. Maybe you thought Pete was full of poop. I don't think that'd be the case. So that's why I think it's more about my approval. Okay? And the other side of things, it's okay to bring your wife joy. So we don't want to look at it like what she's going to think of me. That's the dangerous slippery slope to, here, let me give you flowers and take you on a date. Why don't you want to have sex with me? Okay? Make sense?
All right. Yep.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up today, Matthew, because I meant to last week, guys. One of the things men are famous for is not getting involved in Christmas shopping for the family. Number two, leaving it to the last minute. So all of you can make a nice, or most of you can make a nice date with your wife. You know, we like to go have wine, go Christmas shopping. We did it last weekend, right? So you can have an idea like that. You can also go take care of shit, right? Bring it home. We don't have to leave this up to your wife, especially if you've got a wife who does this months in advance, like many do. Some buy right after Christmas. They're already getting ready for the next one. If that's your wife, you better get moving. Start making some schedule happen. Start making some plans. And remember that whatever ideas she has, work with her on those decisions. What do you think about this stuffy or this stuffy? Was for Briar from Catherine while I was in Atlanta. And so I said, I like the second one.